Pioneer fans, Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey is live and on the air. We are live from the Bay County Civic Arena here in Bay City, Michigan, where it is your Pioneer women's hockey team taking on the Mid-Michigan Alliance, the Valkyries, taking a look at Pioneer. They have won each of their games. They beat Northville by a score of 10-1, that back on the 11th. On the 15th, Pioneer beat Bloomfield Birmingham by a score of 6-1. And then last Friday, over at the Buffalo Wild Wings Arena, Pioneer beat Troy United by a score of 9-1. Taking a little bit of a look at that Troy game, it started off with a score. Olivia Andrianopoulos scored at 13:36. That was an assist to Flynn and Estella Young. Then at 12:56, Zoe Andrianopoulos scored unassisted. Then at 12:18, it was Megan Edwards scoring her second of the season. Evie Portinga had the assist. Then at 11:19, Olivia Andrianopoulos got the brace with 2 goals. That second one unassisted. At 8:26, it was Corey Flynn with her second of the season, the assist to Zoe Andrianopoulos. In the second, Heben scored her second of the season, unassisted. And then in the third, Shea Pettinga had her first goal of the season. That for Troy United. Pafford had the assist. Then at 13:36, Estella Young had her first goal of the season. Alexis Young on the assist. Estella Young had her second goal of the season at 8:14 in the third. Maddie Grand on the assist. And then at 3:01, Jof had her second goal of the season. Hammerman on the assist. So they don't have shots on goal, but that is what we had last Friday. 9-1 is the score. Taking a look at Pioneer at the top point getters. It is a tie up at the top with 5 points. Zoe Andrianopoulos has 2 goals and 3 assists for 5 points. Flynn has 4 goals and 1 assist for 5 points. And Edwards has 2 goals and 3 assists for 5 points. Then at the number 4 spot, there is a quartet of players. Shikachi has 4 points on 1 goal and 3 assists. Heben has 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. And Jof has 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. And Olivia Andrianopoulos has 3 goals and 1 assist for 4 points. So that is the top 5 scores for Pioneer. Taking a look at Mid-Michigan, they played Traverse City to start off on November 4th. That was a 5-3 loss to Traverse City. And then they played St. Mary's and St. Mary's Sacred Heart together, and that was a 5-4 loss there. See if we can open up and get a little information on that game versus St. Mary's as it comes up here. So started off in the first as Lenahan had a goal, first goal of the season. Warren, the goalie, with the assist at 13:03. That was a shorthanded goal for Mid-Michigan. Then Ward scored her first of the season for St. Mary's, and that was an assist to Dumpy and McClafferty. Then Ward scored her second of the season in the second period at 13:13. That from Schaefer, her first assist. Mid-Michigan answered back at 10:46 to get the game even at 2 apiece as Russell scored her first of the season. Huffman and Kaiser on the assists. Then Schaefer for Mid-Michigan scored her first goal of the season to take the lead. Ward and Caria with the assists. So it was 3-2 going into the third. Huffman tied the game, her first goal this season for Mid-Michigan, that at 14:31. Anderson on the assist, and we were all knotted up at 3 apiece. Then 2 straight goals by St. Mary's. Schaefer scored her second of the season, Ward and Little on the assists. Then Schaefer scored her third of the season, giving her the hat trick. That was the game-winning goal at 8:39. Correa and Dunphy on the assists. Mid-Michigan did try and get the game tied up. They got a little closer. They got to a 1-goal game at 5:09 as Christensen scored. Lux and Huffman on the assists. Couple penalties in the first. Anthony took a cross-checking minor, and Luisia took a roughing minor in the first. In the second, Huffman went off for a body-checking minor, and Schaefer went off for a body-checking minor. Then Huffman went off in the third. That's a little bit about the team. Let's take a look at their top point getters, as obviously we're not going to get the ice until 2 o'clock, so the game will start just a little bit later than that. You never really know. Looks like for some reason the roster on there, let me try and refresh that. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So Huffman has the lead in points. She's number 12. So Pioneer will have to keep an eye on her. She has 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. At the number 2 spot, Lux has 3 points on 2 goals and 1 assist, and Lenahan has 3 points on 1 goal and 2 assists. Then at the big mashup at the number 4 spot, as Kaiser has an assist for a point, Anderson has an assist for a point, Russell has a goal for a point, and Christensen with a goal for a point. So those are the top point getters for the Mid-Michigan Alliance. Taking a look at the standings, Pioneer up at the top, 3 wins, no losses, no ties, 6 points. Right behind them is St. Mary's. They have 2 wins, no losses for 4 points. Grosse Pointe South has 4 points as well with 2 wins, no losses. Huron Skyline has 2 wins, no losses for 4 points. And Traverse City has 2 wins, no losses for 4 points. University of Liggett has a single win for 2 points. Livonia United has won 1 game and lost 1 game, so that makes them 2 points. And Mid-Michigan Alliance is 0-2. Grosse Pointe North is 0-2, and Bloomfield Birmingham is 0-2. Of course, all very, very early in the season, so we'll see exactly what and how that shakes out. But at this moment, Pioneer holding the lead in the Division 1. Let's take a look at what is coming up next for this Pioneer team, as they will be playing on the 29th. So they have a good break through the Thanksgiving. The boys team plays twice next week. They play on Monday versus Cabrini Riverview, the team they beat first, and then they have the game before Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving Eve versus Saline. So the men's team will be in action. The women's team is off until the 19th, where or today's 19th, until the 29th, excuse me. I know dates sometimes, where they will host University Liggett. That will be at Veterans Memorial Ice Arena. That is a 5 p.m. game. Then Pioneer will be out at St. Mary's, over at the St. Mary's Orchard Lake St. Mary's Athletic Complex. That will be December 2nd. Then on the 4th of December, Pioneer will be at Mercy. That will be at Eddie Egger Ice Arena. Grosse Pointe North will be coming into town on the 6th of December for a 5 p.m. game at Veterans Memorial Ice Arena. Then Traverse City will be visiting Veterans Memorial Ice Arena on December 9th. That is a 5 p.m. game. So that's the next 5 games upcoming for this team. Pioneer is poised to step out onto the ice in their road purple jerseys, purple sweaters with the stripes across, the dark helmets predominantly. Mid-Michigan has a green as their predominant color, and we'll see them come out in just a moment. Let's play a few messages from the MHSAA, and then we will be back with your starting lineups and the national anthem. You're watching Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
And we're live from the Bay City Civic Arena as they're getting warmed up here, Mid-Michigan Alliance. The Valkyries in their white sweaters with the black accents underneath the sleeves and around the middle with the green coming across. Pioneer in their road purple jerseys. Going on right now, there is a competition that the boys team is doing, Best in Flow. It's a competition between Skyline, Huron, Pioneer, and Father Gabriel Richard. And we tweeted out a link yesterday. We'll tweet a link again. I think it was yesterday or Friday. We'll tweet out a link again later today when I get home. But you can vote for the Best in Flow, and all of the proceeds go to the Miles Jeffrey Roberts Foundation. So it's taking place December 5th through the 4th. You can start voting as of now. The 4 local high schools men's hockey teams, including Pioneer, Skyline, Huron, and Father Gabriel Richard, will work as a team to raise money for the MJRF Champs program while competing with the Gillick Cup. So what will happen is you can get to the website. We posted a link, but it's also at the mjrfoundation.org, and you can go out and click on a link to get here, and you can click to vote for each of the teams. And it, again, supports the MJR Foundation. So what that is each dollar donated equals a vote for your favorite Flow team and help support the MJRF Mental Health Champions Program expansion across high school in Washtenaw County. So it is a very, very good foundation supporting mental health, named after Miles Roberts, who was a Skyline player who sadly took his life at 15 years of age. So very, very good foundation, a very good cause. Get out right now. Huron has $350 raised with 7 donations. The Eagles, Skyline has $201 raised on 5 donations. Pioneer has 13 donations with $335 raised. And the Irish have $235 raised on 4 donations. So Pioneer is in the lead. Help them out. I guess they're... Oh, nope, they're just behind the River Rats, who have a $15 lead on Pioneer. I might have to fix that when I get home. So check that out. We do appreciate the support of that fantastic cause. As they're getting ready to go here, warmed up, about a minute, 15 seconds left as we're down. There wasn't a great place to set up except for down in the corner here, so we have a lot of the Valkyries right in front of us getting warmed up. Pioneer is going to go from the far side to the near side in the first and third periods. So we'll see. Again, the Valkyries have played 2 very, very good teams already, and we're looking to hopefully get a good win here as everyone's getting ready to go. Again, we taking a look at this upcoming week of sports. It's a light week with Thanksgiving coming up. We hope everyone has a fantastic Thanksgiving with their families, and hopefully you get to celebrate and see folks that maybe you haven't seen in a little bit. But we will have the men's hockey game again tomorrow. That is 7:30 at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. That is versus Cabrini Riverview. We will not have a game on Thursday or on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we will not have the Michigan Michigan women's hockey coaches show because of the holiday, but Pioneer men's hockey will be playing, as they will be playing Saline at 7:30 at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. So come on down. It's always really cool. You get to see a lot of the players from both teams who are alumni who are back in town to visit their families for the holiday. So it's nice to get a whole bunch of folks out there in a really good student section. So check that out. In the past, they haven't done it the last couple years. In the past, they've had a food gatherers donation of a canned good. I haven't seen if that's happening this Wednesday, but we'll double check, and if it is, we will tweet it out. We appreciate you watching wherever you are at. Thank you for supporting these wonderful, amazing athletes. As clock is up, 15 minutes up on the board as they're finishing up some warm-ups, and then we'll see if we'll get an ice resurfacing. Most likely not. They'll probably head right into the lineups and possibly the national anthem. We will see. It's always a little different, each different rink we go to. So nothing but an adventure, which is fantastic. As all the teams get in the pucks put together, Pioneer has lined up on the goal line all the way down across the way. Valkyries against the end boards here. Warren is the goalkeeper. She's making sure everything is copacetic. For Pioneer. Shikachi starting for Pioneer. Olivia Andrianopoulos skating out to the blue line. Flynn starting at the other wing. Alexis Young, one of the starting blue liners. Zoe Andrianopoulos skates out to the blue line, the other starting defender. And Maddie Grand playing between the pipes. So Leonard coming out. Shachinsky skating. It's Christensen skating out. Lux skating out to blue. Also skating out is Huffman and Wern. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, the playing of the national anthem. As we are getting ready to go, we appreciate all you folks watching and supporting these wonderful athletes, even if you have the Lions game on one TV and this on your computer. Thank you very much. I'm recording that game and hope to watch it when I get home. Probably safer that way, as my wife is a Bears fan. So probably easier if I watch that by myself. 15 minutes up on the clock. We're getting ready to go here from the Bay City Civic Arena. Pioneer versus Mid-Michigan. Mid-Michigan heads out. Pioneer gathered around their coaching staff getting last-minute instructions. It's another rink that we had not been in as of yet, so getting to check out a couple rinks we hadn't seen. Olivia Andrianopoulos set up to take the face off. As that puck trying to find it, Lawton was chasing it back. And that in along the far boards, racing back to get it into the far corner. That puck trying to fire it out in front, tipped right back. Rimming into the far corner, trying to bring it ahead. Flynn back there. That fired over by Huffman. The puck comes outside the far circle. Trying to dump it back deep is Christensen. Puck loose on the far circle. Zoe Andrianopoulos bringing it down the far boards, trying to chip it out. That's sent across ice. Here comes Flynn. Flynn gaining the zone. Flynn coming down outside the near circle. Flynn puts it into the near corner. Goes back behind the goal from the near side to the far side. Flynn trying to grab it, trying to poke it out over the puck and along the far boards. Pin there. Shikachi trying to get it out. Now Flynn chasing it. That puck grabbed. Coming ahead with it is Lenahan. Lenahan gains the zone, fires that into the far corner. Chasing it, trying to dig it outside. Puck now bounces right back to the near point. Held in there, trying to fire it back deep, but losing a stick was Huffman. That puck in along the end boards. Zoe Andrianopoulos sends it down the far board. Shikachi trying to get it out of the zone. Shikachi through the neutral zone. Gains the zone. Shikachi trying to weave her way through traffic and sent back into the neutral zone. Neubauer races over to get it. That pulled all the way down by Russell coming in. As that puck comes outside the far circle, now into the neutral zone it goes. Shikachi with it there, trying to sweep past. That intercepted coming in. Lux gains the zone. The puck loose in the high slot. Grab. There's a blast that goes into the far corner by Russell. Puck right back at the far point, trying to dig it out. Jof trying to pull it from the far corner. Neubauer back there as well, trying to peel that away as it goes in along the end board. Save by Grand. Jof has it in the far corner. Jof trying to bring it ahead. That puck right at the blue line and back into the neutral zone. Battle for right in front of the benches. Trying to peel it off of the boards. Comes back to center ice. Trying to fire that right back in was Garcia. The puck into the far corner. Plucked up there by Evie Portinga. Evie Portinga comes, puts it in along the far boards. That held in. Back over there by Wyskevich. Now coming in. That comes all the way down, trying to get to it. As a bump in, Evie Portinga goes into the net. Now that puck coming in along the near boards. Shot goes wide, picked up. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to fire it out in front. That grabbed as Heben puts it back to the far point. Grabbed there now, fired all the way down the ice by Allen. Puck all the way back, trying to get to it is Stella Young, and that is going to be icing and come back. 12:03 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far between Mid-Michigan and Pioneer. Face-off in the far, face-off circle again. This team will have a little bit of time off. No games next week. As that puck grab, Mid-Michigan bringing it down as Huffman gets it through the neutral zone, puts it into the slot, chasing it into the far corner. Flynn trying to peel that away. Both got tangled up and went feet first into the board. Trying to grab that back, digging is Kaiser. As that puck comes right back behind Maddie Grand into the far corner. Now Cundiff trying to dig it off the boards. Right out in front. That puck comes top of the far circle. Grabbed there. Trying to bring it in, Anthony. Puts it back behind. The puck into the near corner. As I believe that was Jof trying to dig it out. Now fired into the neutral zone by Olivia Andrianopoulos. Grabbed right at center ice. Huffman trying to bring it right back in as that puck put right back behind the Pioneer goal. Bringing it ahead. The puck bounces into the neutral zone. Gathered up there by Anthony. Tipped into the far corner. Racing back to get it. Zoe Andrianopoulos has it right back behind Maddie Grant. Going from the far near side to the far side. That chipped in the neutral zone. Trying to get it back into the zone is Huffman into the Pioneer zone. That puck banks off of the near boards. And that grab by Maddie Grand on a shot. 10:51 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far between Pioneer and Mid-Michigan. Pioneer 3-0, Mid-Michigan 0-2, but Mid-Michigan has played some very, very good teams so far. Garcia in to take the face-off. That puck comes on the far circle as racing back to get it. Coming ahead, here comes Pioneer. as Jof moves it in along the far boards, outside the far boards. Trying to peel it over. Cundiff over there now. Estella Young trying to pull that away. Now coming in. Here comes Pioneer as a shot by Jove, trying to poke it in. Good save by Warren. Puck outside the far circle, trying to chip it back deep. As that comes into the near corner. Now loose, pulling it away. Mid-Michigan has it right in front of their own bench. Coming back to get it, the puck loose into the neutral zone as that pulled ahead by Garcia, then sent right back into the mid-Michigan zone. Lux has it back behind her own goal, going from the near side to the far side. As Neubauer chases that. Puck loose at center ice, banking it off the near boards. Pioneer goes for a line change as Lumbeski has it and fires it down the ice. Puck into the far corner as Lawton has it. Trying to pull it away, Evie Portinga. Comes right back behind the goal, out in front, trying to tip that away. Goes into the far corner, racing back over to get it is Huffman. Huffman in along the end boards, pulled away by Olivia Andrianopoulos into the far corner. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to start the rush. She bounces it into center ice. Intercepted, coming the other direction is Lux. That gives Pioneer a chance to change lines and get a fresh line out there. Puck in the slot. As that is going to be a whistle, a tripping call coming up to Pioneer. As Olivia Andrianopoulos goes into the box, Pioneer will be on the penalty kill for the first time today. 0-0 is our score. 9:15 left to go here in the first. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That to Grand's right. Joe Finn to take the face-off. And puck into the far corner. Lux with it there. Lux trying to chip it right back behind Hebben, trying to pull it away. Puck underneath the far circle. Now sent back to the near point where Lenahan has it. As goalie coming out as there is another penalty coming up to Pioneer. Delayed penalty as Mid-Michigan will have a 5-on-3 as soon as Pioneer can touch the puck. Grabbing it, top of the far circle, shot there, and they score. So the first penalty will expire, and then they'll have another penalty or power play. As it looks like Christensen with the goal. And at 8:46 in the first. Mid-Michigan goes up 1-0. Face-off right at center ice. Lenahan in to take the face-off. Lenahan, Huffman, and Lawton all gathered up right in the center. So that should have the original penalty off the board. Then Pioneer will be shorthanded as they should have another 2-minute penalty. So Olivia Andrianopoulos in to take the face off. That puck gathered in, bringing it in. Coming down the far boards, Christensen, the puck into the near corner. Flynn trying to pull it away there. That chip back to the near point. Huffman trying to fire it in. The puck loose on the far circle. That comes right back behind the goal. Racing is trying to fire it out. The puck loose on the far circle. Banked off the far boards, but held in at the far point by Kaiser. Puck into the near corner. Pioneer trying to pull it away and send it down the ice. Digging, Flynn trying to get to it. Now Cundiff back there. Here comes the puck. Racing ahead, Olivia Andrianopoulos is ridden off the puck. Flynn trying to get to it. That pulled into the Pioneer zone, now banked off of the far boards. Gathering up there is Huffman. Battle for it, Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to poke it off of the far boards. Edwards gets it back into the mid-Michigan zone. Now that puck loose, Edwards trying to get to it. That chipped back deep by Christensen. In along the end boards, Evie Portinga takes it right back behind Maddie Grand, going from the near side to the far side. She ends up in a heap in the far corner. And puck outside the far circle. Edwards trying to dig that away. Loose. Here comes Pioneer. Through center ice. Racing ahead with it is Flynn. Flynn into the near corner. Goes trying to fire it out in front. The puck loose onto the near circle. Flynn backhands it. That goes right through the slot. There's going to be a penalty upcoming to Mid-Michigan as there's a shot. Good save by Warren. Puck into the near corner. Flynn pinned there. Trying to get it away from Garcia, and there is a whistle. Into the box goes Garcia. It's hard to see the scoreboard here. It does look like Pioneer has 5 players, even though they picked up a penalty right as the other one expired. Four-man penalty up there, hard to see. That chipped into the near corner, trying to pull it away. Lux has it back behind her own goal. Trying to dig it around there, coming out in front. Backhanded shot by Jof, and a save by Warren. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Lawton in to take the face-off. Jof on the other side. Puck underneath the near circle, pulled back around by Golombeski. She loses an edge. The puck held in at the far point. Now chipped back into the neutral zone, racing ahead with it. Here comes Mid-Michigan as that put back deep by Christensen. Puck brought in along the far boards. Racing ahead with it, Zoe Andrianopoulos. Zoe Andrianopoulos comes down the board. Zoe Andrianopoulos outside the near circle, trying to make her way in. That tipped back into the neutral zone, picked up by Olivia Andrianopoulos. Pioneer has to touch up. The puck back into the zone, trying to grab it back there is Lux. Lux comes underneath the far circle, coming down the far boards. Puck chipped. Now loosened along the far boards. Through the neutral zone, gathered up there, and Pioneer right at their own blue line. Fed ahead to Edwards. Edwards has it. Now that lifted all the way down by Lux. Into the neutral zone. Olivia Andrianopoulos pulls it into the zone high slot. Olivia Andrianopoulos, top of the near circle. That held in, coming in. Flynn taking a shot. That was Flynn. Outside the near circle. Flynn trying to bring it right back behind the goal from the near side to the far side. Flynn trying a wraparound attempt. Good job by Warren. The puck bounces off the far boards. Held in. Now trying to pull that away. Neubauer trying to keep it in at the far point. That lifted back. Held in again. Here comes Flynn. Flynn underneath the near circle, trying to feed her way in. Really good defensive play by Lux to poke check that away. Grabbed at the top of the near circle, fired ahead by Lenahan. And will go all the way down the ice. Neubauer chases it back. Grand leaves it back behind her own goal. Neubauer has it coming down the far boards. Neubauer ahead to Flynn. That grabbed and fired right back in there by Anthony. Into the far corner it goes. Neubauer in along the end boards. Olivia Andrianopoulos grabs it back behind her own goal, coming down the far boards. 4:53 left to go here. 1-0 Mid-Michigan with the lead over Pioneer. As that puck in the neutral zone, trying to bring it ahead is Huffman. Loose. Huffman, high slot, puts it into the far corner. Racing over to get it is Edwards. Edwards rims it all the way around the boards into the far corner. Hebbitt trying to pull that away. Now coming ahead with it. Here comes Zoe Andrianopoulos. Banks it off the far boards. Bring it ahead. Edwards pinned there. Loose. Trying to pull it away. Swept against those far boards by Huffman. Grabbed. Here comes here comes Flynn. That was Jof trying to get to it. The puck on the near circle. Hebben trying to pull that away. Loose, goes just off the side of the net. Jof has it outside the far circle. Jof stops there, trying to avoid pressure by Kaiser. Jof trying to pull that puck off the dasher. Goes into the near corner. Stanger attempt gets knocked down out in front by Huffman. Puck, there's a shot saved by Wern. Comes back. Zoe Andrianopoulos with a shot that went off of a pair of skates. Fired out by Huffman all the way down. Now bringing it in is Kaiser. Kaiser Shot and a save by Grand. 3:34 left to go here in the first. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead over Pioneer. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. Or near face-off circle, excuse me. Just to the right of Grand. It's just a little different perspective than we're used to here. Puck bounces into the neutral zone. Racing back to get it is Flynn. That moved around by Luxon along the far boards and fired back deep by Glombeski. Puck right back behind Grand into the near corner. Trying to pull that away. Battle for it. Now loose outside the circle. Chasing it back behind. That grab by Evie Portinga. Evie Portinga gets it ahead. Flynn moves it. That over to Olivia Andrianopoulos. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to work her way through traffic. Gets it to Flynn. Flynn dumps it into the near corner. Going right back behind the goal. Chasing it. And pick it up is Lux. Lux coming down the far boards. Loose on the far circle now. Back into the neutral zone. As trying to pull that away was Alexis Young. Back deep, Russell has it in the far corner. Russell goes back behind the Pioneer goal. Underneath the near circle, that puck back to the near point, or far point. Lux with it there. Lux, that fired back in along the end boards. Picked up now, trying to bank it off the near boards. Racing ahead, here comes Flynn. Flynn gains the zone on the near circle. Flynn with a shot and Wearing with a save. Diving on it right before Edwards could get to it. Good save and good rebound control by Wearing. 2:21 left to go here in the first. Face-off in the near face-off circle. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead over Pioneer. Definitely a different feeling to this game than the game on Friday nights. As Lawton wins that face-off right in the slot. That back to the far point, pulled ahead. Huffman comes down the boards. Huffman. Shot top of the far circle. Goes into the near corner. Kaiser with it there. Battle for Kaiser trying to sweep it. That knocked away. Good job by Neubauer to knock that away. Played outside the far circle. Held in at the far point. Back there by Anthony. And puck into the near corner. Now bringing it ahead. Here comes Pioneer. Racing up with it is Hebben. Hebben. Trying to get it over as Lou Shikachi trying to pull that away. The puck outside the far circle. Hebben trying to get to it. And over to Shikachi. Shikachi trying to backhanded shot that comes into the near corner. Grabbing it there is Huffman. Huffman down the near boards. Huffman chips it into the neutral zone. Right at center ice. Puck right back outside the near circle in the mid-Michigan zone. Fired ahead by Anthony. Through the neutral zone. Mid-Michigan. Down the blue line, Pioneers blue line, racing ahead. Battle for right at that blue line, pulled back out. Good job by Shikachi coming down the far board. Shikachi puts it into the mid-Michigan zone. 1 minute, 2 seconds left to go here in the first. As that brought over by Anthony, fired into the neutral zone. Loose now back into the near corner. Anthony has it there, trying to chip it away. Hebben trying to get to it, pulled away by Huffman. Puck goes all the way down the ice. That will be icing and head back into the mid-Michigan zone. 41.7 seconds left to go here in the first. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. That goal was at 8:47 as it was Christensen who got the goal. Garcia in to take the face-off versus Olivia Andrianopoulos. That puck in along the end boards, bringing it over. Lux from the near side to the far side. Lux puts it down the far boards, held in at the far point. Or Evie Portinga trying to hold it in. Now that fired back deep. And puck right back behind Grand into the far corner. Pioneer trying to move it ahead. Loose right back, and here comes Olivia Andrianopoulos, weaving through traffic. Olivia Andrianopoulos gains his own high slot, puts in a shot that deflected off of a skate into the near corner. Racing over, that held in at the far point. Weisinger trying to get that now. Racing ahead with it is Garcia. Put into the slot, pulled away by Cundiff, and there is a save by Grant. At the end of one, it is 1-0 Mid-Michigan with the lead. as we will have a short break as we get into the second period. We'll see if they resurface the ice between the second and third period. So a lot tighter game than Friday, and really a tighter game than Pioneer has seen thus far in the season. As both teams getting some coaching on the bench. 15 minutes up on the clock. Pioneer will now be going from the near side to the far side. As they'll talk things over. The officials over by the scorer's bench chatting. Just giving everyone a couple-minute break here. Live from the Bay City Civic Arena. Bay City, Michigan. Nice short hour-and-a-half drive from Ann Arbor. A pleasure to be here, doing our best to bring you the game. I know we don't have the best vantage point, but hopefully it's better than no broadcast. So do our best here with what we have. Now Mid-Michigan comes out onto the ice as Huffman, Lux, Christensen out there, as well as Lenahan. Grand comes down, patrol the crease. Grand has been skating out first couple games. Webe Portinga has been playing a lot of goal. Jofe now Olivia Andrianopoulos is going to play back on defense. Jofe taking the face off. That puck loose right at center ice. Jofe trying to drive it back deep. Now Flynn trying to put it into the slot. That pull back and along the near boards. And chipped ahead by Olivia Andrianopoulos. Down the far boards, Flynn trying to get it into the zone. That banked right back into the neutral zone. Anderson with it. Bouncing puck now swept in along the near boards. Racing back, Alexis Young trying to get to it. Picked up, Olivia Andrianopoulos moves it into the near corner. Flynn coming down the far boards. Flynn poked back onto the near circle, trying to come in. The puck, top of the far circle, put into the near corner. Racing back over to get it. That banked off of the near boards and all the way back. Held in at the near point by Lux. Picked up as Alexis Young trying to get it out of the zone. Held in again at the far point. Grand puts it into the far corner. Gathered up there as Christensen trying to fire it into the slot. That pulled outside the far circle. Pioneer gets it into the neutral zone as that goes all the way down the ice. They're going to call icing and bring it right back into the Pioneer zone. 13:57 left to go here in the second. Mid-Michigan with the 1-0 lead on your Pioneers. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That to Maddie Grand's right. Edwards in to take the face-off. That puck, top of the far circle, lifted into the near corner. Shot by Huffman from the top of the far circle. Loose, that put in along the far boards. That's a save by Grand, who puts it in along the end boards. Now picked up, put in along the near boards by Neubauer. Grabbed, shot from outside the near circle, picked up into the near far corner. Christensen trying to fire it out in front. Good job by Estella Young to try and move it out of there. That stick back by Grand. Now coming down the near boards is Hebben. Hebben knocks it off the near boards, grabbed by Neubauer. Neubauer trying to feed it ahead to Hebben. Right through the slot. Now Edwards trying to pull it out of the zone. Loose there. Hebben down the far boards of the neutral zone. Sweeps it towards center. Coming in. Now Estella Young puts it into the far corner. Pulled back behind the puck and along the end boards. Now into the near corner. Trying to dig that out. Mid-Michigan gets it back into the neutral zone. Evie Portinga has it at her own blue line. Ricochets it off of the boards. Grabbed at their own blue line. Mid-Michigan trying to fire it ahead. Stella Young trying to poke that back. Collision. Edwards ends up down on the ice, and that will be a penalty. Roughing the call. Pioneer will go on the power play. 12:45 left to go here in the second. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That is going to be to Waren's right. Olivia Andrianopoulos in to take the face-off. As that puck bouncing into the far corner, Shikachi has it there. Shikachi trying to backhand it out in front. That puck slips back into the neutral zone, all the way back into the Pioneer zone. 1 minute, 44 seconds left in the Pioneer power play. Right back behind the goal, Cundiff brings it ahead, banks it up. Trying to pull that ahead was Shikachi. Battle for it right at the Pioneer blue line. Here comes Jof. Jof through center. Jof gains the zone. Jof with a shot that goes just wide to the far side. Swept along the far boards, trying to pull it out. Cundiff chases it back as that goes back into the Pioneer zone. Olivia Andrianopoulos into the near corner, trying to avoid big pressure by Lux. As Lux got her stick in the skates of Olivia Andrianopoulos and covered up by Grand. Now moved over in along the near boards. Trying to bring it ahead. Flynn gets it back into the neutral zone. Flynn bringing it down. Flynn top of the far circle. Flynn with a shot. That goes into the near corner. 56 seconds left in the Pioneer power play. And puck outside the near circle. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to center it. Bouncing puck. As that's loose, top of the near circle. Olivia Andrianopoulos with a shot as Warren with the save. Banked off of the near boards. Comes back to the near point. Zoe Andrianopoulos into the near corner for Olivia Andrianopoulos. She goes from the near side. Stops right back behind the goal. Now trying to fire it out in front. Pioneer grabs it, holds it in high slot, moves it over top of near circle back to Zoe Andrianopoulos at the near point. That shot got deflected out in front, brought back into the neutral zone. 18 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. Mid-Michigan sends it deep into the near corner. Back, that picked up by Flynn. Flynn trying to ricochet it off the far boards, trying to get it ahead to Zoe Andrianopoulos, who gets it out of the zone. She's battling right at the Pioneer blue line. Now Edwards trying to pull that away as well. That puck goes all the way back deep. Penalty has expired. Mid-Michigan back to full strength. They have the lead 1-0 here in the second. 10:39 left to go in the second. Alexis Young puts it across the blue line. Grabbed by Edwards. Edwards gains the zone. Edwards put back into the neutral zone. Zoe Andrianopoulos has it right in front of the scorer's bench. She puts it back deep. That rims right back behind the goal into the near corner. Flynn with it there. Flynn trying to dig it out of the near corner, battling Anthony there. That puck in along the end boards. Hebben with it. Now underneath the near circle, the puck comes right back behind the goal. Controlled by Mid-Michigan as they come down the far boards. Jove trying to make them go wide as bringing that in was Lenahan. The puck outside the far circle. Hebben gets it all the way back into the Mid-Michigan zone. Chasing it back there is Anthony. Anthony grabs it in along the end boards. 9:53 left to go here in the second. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. The puck back to the far point. Now bringing it down. Here comes Mid-Michigan racing down the boards. Here's Anthony outside the near circle trying to fire it out in front. Great job by Newbar to clear it out of the slot. Hooked up in along the near boards as Russell trying to fire it out in front. And Maddie Grand with the save. 9:34 left to go.
Even.
That puck in along the near boards, trying to get it out of the zone. Comes right back in as Hammerman was chasing it into the near corner. Christensen centering attempt. That went off of a pair of skates and covered up by Grand. 9:20 left to go here in the second. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. Their lone goal came at 8:46 in the first. Olivia Andrianopoulos in to take the face off. On the other side is Lawton. That puck into the slot, covered up by Grand. Olivia Andrianopoulos in to take the face off again versus Lawton. Bouncing puck. That goes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Shikachi bringing it down the far board. Shikachi into the neutral zone. Shikachi trying to get it outside the far circle. Shikachi into the far corner. Shikachi. Centering attempt. Grabbed by Cundiff. Cundiff trying to fire it ahead. That by Hammerman puts it right back behind the goal. Shikachi chases it, grab, Cundiff fires it, that goes into the near corner. Hammerman again trying to pull it away. And puck back behind the goal, now coming back to the far point. Fired back in by Zoe Andrianopoulos. Picked up. Delayed offsides, that fired all the way down. Maddie Grand stops it. 8:29 left to go. Zoe Andrianopoulos, this in the second. Zoe Andrianopoulos has it in along the end boards. That lifted back, top of the near circle. Hammerman gets it down the ice. Racing back, trying to pull it away is Glombeski. Right back into the neutral zone, controlled by Russell. Russell gains the Pioneer zone. Russell onto the far circle. Russell, good play by Zoe Andrianopoulos. That comes into the near corner. Swept along, centering attempt, and Maddie Grand with the save. Good job by Grand. Grand gets a blocker save, puts it into the near corner. Zoe Andrianopoulos trying to move it in along the far boards. Now Shikachi has it. Shikachi trying to bring herself down and sent all the way back into the mid-Michigan zone. Plucked up there by Anthony. Anthony to move it right back into the Pioneer end. 7:40 left to go here. Zoe Andrianopoulos has it in the near corner. Zoe Andrianopoulos trying to avoid pressure. Now loose in the neutral zone. Flynn trying to poke that away. Still battling. As here comes Zoe Andrianopoulos over on blue line. She ricochets it off the far boards. Trying to bring it ahead. And pull back, racing in. Good job to knock that away as it was shot by Russell. Into the far corner. Flynn trying to get it. Saved by Grand. Comes back to the far point. Joff gets it back into the neutral zone. Racing over to get it. Estella Young. And gets stuck in along the near boards. Edwards trying to pull it in. Edwards at the blue line. Banks it off of the far boards as that goes back deep. Flynn chasing it. Now that tipped. Coming down the near boards. Mid-Michigan with it. As battle for Kaiser and along the near boards. Bouncing puck and Grand with the save. 6:37 left to go here in the second. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead over Pioneer. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Lawton in to take the face-off. Looks like it's going to be Joff on the other side. Or no, of Livy Andrianopoulos, excuse me. Livy Andrianopoulos wins it back to Joff. That in along the near board. Shikachi has it there. Shikachi coming down the far board. Shikachi over on blue line. Shikachi right at center ice trying to feed it ahead. That grab by Mid-Michigan. Joff has it at her own blue line. Trying to bounce it off of the far boards. Heben trying to get to it. And sent outside the near circle. Racing over. Lux has it in the near corner. Lux centering attempt. That got knocked down. Good job by Heben. As that goes back to the far point. And right off of Joff's skates, she comes away with it. Fires it in along the near board. Shikachi trying to get to it. That banked over. And pull it back away is Christensen. Back into the Pioneer zone. Joff has it on the far circle. Joff sends it through the neutral zone. Olivia Andrianopoulos, top of the far circle. High slot. There's a shot. Saved by Warren into the far corner. Held in at the far point by Alexis Young. Alexis Young trying to put it into the far corner. Pulled back by Lux. Rimmed all the way around outside the near circle. As Flynn trying to get it there. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. The puck. Right in along the M boards. Flynn trying to pull it off the M boards. Now it comes outside the near circle. Loose, top of the near circle. Now sent right back into the far corner. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to get to it. That comes all the way back out. Grand comes out to knock that away. Good job playing the puck now. That comes in along the near boards. Here comes Flynn. Flynn trying to weave her way through traffic. Flynn gets it, comes down into the zone, puts it outside the far circle. Edwards trying to get it there. Pioneer has to touch up or that will be offsides. Is that a high stick? It's going to come all the way back into the Pioneer zone. 4:52 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to Grand's right. Edwards in to take the face-off. On the other side is Kaiser. Loose. Grand trying to poke that away and saves. 4:46 left to go. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Again, Edwards over there versus Kaiser. That puck rims right around in front of us. Stopped at the far point, sent right back behind the goal. Into the far corner, trying to fire it ahead. Kaiser. That into the slot. Now on the far circle. And a good save by Grand, trying to fire it out in front. Grand goes down and covers it up. 4:25 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to Grand's right. 1-0, Mid-Michigan with the lead. Trying to pull that away. Skittering puck comes to the near circle. Quick shot there, and a glove save by Grand. 4:20 left to go here in the second. 1-0, Mid-Michigan. Face-off in the near face-off circle. So we are in the near corner here, but the only way we could get a good picture of the ice all the way down. Much thanks to Chris Andrianopoulos, who's running camera for me. I cannot thank him enough. This is Jacob now with the men's team, so Chris has been very, very kind to help out. Now Jof's going to come in to take the face-off. Olivia Andrianopoulos right back behind her. Jof trying to get to that. Now Olivia Andrianopoulos coming down the far boards over her own blue line. Fired ahead, trying to come in. Flynn on the far circle, puts it back deep. That in along the end boards. Grabbed back there by Huffman. Right back behind the goal. Bouncing up, Olivia Andrianopoulos chasing it into the far corner. Now Flynn trying to pull that away. Comes back into the neutral zone. Jof gets it over to Zoe Andrianopoulos down the far board. Zoe Andrianopoulos puts it back deep. 3:49 left to go here in the second. The puck gathered up, coming down the far boards. Mid-Michigan with it, trying to get it back into the neutral zone. Was pulled back. Zoe Andrianopoulos coming down the near boards. Fired all the way down. Icing waved off as it was tipped. Puck into the far corner. Huffman with it there. Trying to feed it ahead. Zoe Andrianopoulos gets it at her own blue line. Trying to get it to Flynn. That comes right back. Zoe Andrianopoulos chases it. Trying to get it out of the zone. Digging against the boards right at the far point. Still trying to lever, dig, a quartet there. As that puck out in front and covered up by Grand. 3:11 left to go here in the second. Lone goal came at 8:46 as it was Christensen who scored for the Mid-Michigan Alliance. Face-off will be to Grand's right in the far face-off circle. Lawton in to take the face-off. I believe that's Edwards on the other side. Puck trying to get to it. There's a shot, and I think that hit a post. In along the near boards, Evie Portinga trying to poke that away. Loose onto the near circle, coming over. Weisinger gets it back to the far point. Coming in, there's a shot. Loose. As that was a shot by Glombeski. Heben trying to get it out of the zone. Now Weisinger puts it in along the far boards. Racing back to get it. Heben chasing it. Into the far corner it goes. Lux with it there in the Mid-Michigan zone. Into the slot. Trying to pull that away. Shikachi back outside the far circle. Now Shikachi into the far corner, or near corner. Shikachi in along the end boards. Goes from the near side to the far side, back behind the goal. Trying to fire it over. Heben trying to take a shot. Loose. That comes into the slot and pulled away. Here comes Mid-Michigan. As Glombeski puts it down the ice. Good job to sweep it in along the near boards by Evie Portinga. Picked up by Shikachi back behind her own goal with 2:05 left to go here in the second. 1-0, Mid-Michigan with the lead. Heben in along the far boards trying to knock that away. Now Shikachi trying to tip it back deep. Heben outside the far circle. That goes right through the slot. On the near circle now, Mid-Michigan gets it back into the Pioneer zone. Evie Portinga takes it on the near circle. Goes back behind Grand underneath the far circle. Evie Portinga puts it in along the far boards. Trying to peel it off the far boards. That shot by Glombeski comes into the near corner. Trying to cycle it back to the far point. Loose puck on the near circle. That bouncing puck goes into the far corner. Grab there. Backhanded attempt by Kaiser to try and get it into the slot. And puck outside the far circle. He'd been trying to dig it away. As there's going to be a penalty upcoming. to Mid-Michigan. Tripping call. 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go. Faceoff comes all the way down into the Mid-Michigan zone. Pioneer looking for a big power play goal here, trying to get the game even. Mid-Michigan would love to get a shorty and extend their lead. Olivia Andrianopoulos taking the faceoff in the far faceoff. Circle that puck into the slot. Coming in, shot, battle for it. Ware and able to make the save. Flynn was right there. Ware and able to cover it up. 1:09 left to go here in the second. 1:55 left to go in the power play, so it will be split between the two periods depending on if Pioneer is able to score, if any other penalties happen. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Bounces to the blue line, held in there by Jof. Jof, high slot, Jof. And he'll take a shot that lifted all the way down the ice by Mid-Michigan. Grand goes into the near corner. 55 seconds left to go here in the second. Jof has it in the near corner. Jof trying to chip it ahead. Olivia Andrianopoulos coming down the far boards. Olivia Andrianopoulos lifts it all the way down into the near corner of the Mid-Michigan zone. Racing back to get it. That's Shikachi into the near corner, trying to pull that away. Is Evie Portinga trying to keep it in at the near point. Flynn trying to poke away at it as well. Loose along the boards. That chipped into the neutral zone. Racing back to get it. Zoe Andrianopoulos. 26 seconds left to go here in the second. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. The puck ricochets off the far board. Shikachi trying to keep it in. Here comes a breakaway as Zoe Andrianopoulos trying to make a move. Coming in. That loose in the slot. Now pulled over and a penalty upcoming. As Huffman trying to get into the way. Looks like it's probably an interference call. So Zoe Andrianopoulos goes into the box for interference. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 57 seconds, the remaining 11 seconds of this period. As they pulled the one power play off. Okay, there we go. Bouncing puck grabbed. Evie Portinga goes back behind the goal, banks it off of the far boards. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And that will be the end of the second. At the end of 2, it is Mid-Michigan 1 and Pioneer nothing. As we'll see if we get an ice resurfacing or not. Does look like we're going to get it. As they're getting the Zamboni ready, we'll step away. Let's play a few messages from the MHSAA. You're watching Pioneer Women's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which could only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
as the officials back out on the ice. 1-2. Mid-Michigan with the lead. Pioneer going from the far side to the near side in this third period. Looking to try and get the equalizer. Mid-Michigan would like to get a little bit more breathing room. 4-on-4 hockey for 46 seconds. Then there will be a 3-minute power play by Mid-Michigan. As everyone heads out, warmed up, and ready to go for the 15 minutes remainder of regulation. Last moment instructions by the coaching staffs here at the Bay Cities Civic Arena. Warren heads down towards the crease right by us. Grand skates down towards the far crease. Olivia Andrianopoulos in to take the face-off. Lawton on the other side. Puck drop. Picking it up. Coming the other direction is Grolomsky. Puck into the far corner, trying to pull it away. Loose outside the near circle. That comes all the way back. That'll be icing as it's 4-on-4 hockey for another 29 seconds. That'll head back into the Pioneer zone. They'll have it in the near face-off circle. That to Grand's right. Olivia Andrianopoulos in to take the face-off, and looks like Lawton on the other side. As that goes into the far corner, Shikachi trying to get it out of the zone. That lifted all the way down. They'll say that was tipped. Comes right back behind, picking it up there. Golombeski putting it down the far boards. That all the way back towards Pioneer's zone. Outside the far circle. Shikachi has it and sticked by Grand right back behind the goal. The puck outside the near circle. Coming in, holding it in is Huffman at the near point. That's it all the way into the far corner. Grabbing it there. Pioneer trying to dig it out of the far corner. That goes right back behind Grand into the near corner. Grabbing it. Weiwei Portinga trying to get it out of the zone. Still battling. The puck still in the far corner. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to grab it. Mid-Michigan gets a line change. That shot went off of Weiwei Portinga's skate. Evie Portinga. Trying to pull that back, and that covered up, and a save by Grant. 36-second power play now by Mid-Michigan as they have it down in the Pioneer zone. They have the 1-0 lead. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That to Grand's left. Garcia in to take the face-off. Versus Flynn on the other side. Into the slot that goes all the way into outside the near circle. Trying to fire it back deep. Mid-Michigan into the far corner. Cundiff trying to get it out of the way. Hebert back there trying to pull that away as well. Puck loose outside the far circle now. Slid to the blue line. Bouncing puck held in back there by Lux. Puck in along the M boards. Lifted. That pops back up into the neutral zone. Grabbing it. Lux has it at her own blue line. Sends it down the far boards. Huffman with it there. Huffman brings it in. High slot coming in. And loose on the near side as Washikevich had it. Outside the far circle now. Pioneer trying to dig it out of the boards. Right back behind. Jof with it. Into the far corner. And brought ahead. Banked off the near boards. That will be icing. As the penalty expired, back to 5-on-5 hockey. 12:48 left to go here in the third. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Edwards in to take the face-off. Lawton on the other side. Puck into the far corner. Zoe Andrianopoulos sweeps it right back behind. Trying to get to a Stella Young. That puck right back behind Grant. Coming underneath the near circle. Picked up there. Racing ahead with it. Edwards trying to poke that away. The puck banks into the neutral zone. Trying to chip it right back in was Huffman. And it looks like that's going to be offsides. Oh, bench, yeah. Went up into the bench, so they will pull it out. Center ice. Popped up and along the near boards. Banked in along the far board. Shikachi trying to get to it. Mid-Michigan pulls it back in as Lawton with it there. Banked off outside the far circle, trying to get in. Now pulling it back. Pioneer feeds it down the far boards as Shikachi fires it back deep. Into the near corner it goes. Trying to pull that away back there is Kaiser. Loose. Edwards trying to chip that. Zoe Andrianopoulos was back there as well. Now coming over and along the near boards. Kaiser gets it down the near boards into the neutral zone it goes. Grab there is bouncing puck. Edwards trying to get that away. Shot, and that is a save by Grant. 11:39 left to go here in the third. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Olivia Andrianopoulos taking the face-off. Quick shot from outside the far circle. Into the near corner it goes. Trying to chip it back. And that's a shot. Grand went down to save. Battle for it on the far side of the goal. Now that's swept outside the far circle. Grabbing it there. Glombeski. And put right back around into the near corner. Pulling it away. Anderson. Swept back into the far corner now. As they try and rim it around. Grand tipped it. That into the slot. Pulling it ahead is Flynn. Flynn coming down the near boards. Flynn gains his own. Flynn outside the near circle. Flynn coming in. Flynn with the shot. A good save by Warren. Puck outside the far circle. Flynn trying to chip away at it at the near post. Oh, wouldn't settle down for Olivia Andrianopoulos. Excellent attempt, but puck wouldn't settle down as that fired all the way back into the Pioneer zone. Evie Portinga has it back behind her own goal. 10:44 left to go. Evie Portinga in the far corner. And puck, top of the far circle, sent back around the boards. Lombeski puts it right back behind Grant. Underneath the far circle. That went off of the side of the net. Racing over Flynn in the near corner. Flynn trying to bring it away. Flynn has it poked away by Washkevich. Hooking call upcoming. Pioneer on the power play. As into the box for hooking goes Garcia. Face-off will come down on this side. 10:20 left to go here in the third. 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. As the Mid-Michigan coach gets an explanation and gets his say. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That to the left of Warren. As continuing to talk by the Mid-Michigan bench. Edwards out there, as well as Heben. Jof and Zoe Andrianopoulos, as well as Shikachi are the skaters for Pioneer. Mid-Michigan coach still pleading his case. It's just two officials for the most of the girls' games. So they do both linemen and the officiating. Official comes over, talks to the scorer's bench. All right, 10 minutes, 20 seconds left to go here in the third. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Heben in to take the face-off. On the other side is Lawton. So that's going to be Shachinsky into the box. Puck tipped back. Held in at the far point. There's a shot and deflected out in front. Came just to the near side of that post. Firing it around the far boards is Lux. That puck. Zoe Andronopoulos holds it in at the far point. Loose in the slot. Now pulling it ahead. Here comes Huffman. Good job by Pioneer to hold it in. There's a shot knocked away in the slot. Shikachi trying to get to it. The puck in along the far boards. Held in by Zoe Andronopoulos. Shot away as that sent down the boards by Huffman. All the way back. Jof chases it back behind her own goal. Picks it up back behind Grand. Brings it down the far boards. Jof trying to come through traffic. Jof gets over her own blue line. Down through center ice. Jof comes down the far boards. Jof comes in outside the near circle. She loses an edge. Trying to pull that away is Lenahan. And puck lifted all the way back down the ice. Cleared. 9:29 left to go here in the third. 1:06 left to go in the power play. Zoe Andronopoulos has it underneath the near circle. Coming down the far boards now. That banked ahead. Shikachi trying to get to it. Poked away by Mid-Michigan. Heben puts it back in along the far boards, but Lux brings it right back into the Pioneer zone. Heben into the far corner. That comes in along the near boards, outside the near circle, held in at the near point. Fired back deep by Christensen. That goes right back behind the Pioneer goal as Zoe Andronopoulos trying to dig it off the boards into the near corner and trying to lift it outside the near circle. That comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Shikachi racing over to get it back into the mid-Michigan end. That banked off the boards as Huffman trying to get it out of the zone. Heben has it into the near corner. Heben trying to pull that away as Huffman makes it difficult. Gets it to the blue line, held in as Evie Portinga with a shot. Now Flynn trying to get it over to Edwards. Edwards fires it that off the side of the net. Puck all the way back to the far point. Evie Portinga with the shot. Another save by Ware. Into the near corner. Penalty has expired. 8:18 left to go here in the third. Pioneer down 1-0 to Mid-Michigan. There's another shot by Evie Portinga. That goes just wide into the near corner. Picking it up there, firing it ahead is Huffman. That puck held in by Pioneer, now fired all the way down the ice. Icing waved off as Evie Portinga gets it in the far corner, takes it back behind Grant. Trying to avoid pressure. Evie Portinga into the near corner. Trying to fire it ahead for Flynn. Evie Portinga goes from the near side to the far side. Gets back into the neutral zone, trying to race down the near boards into the mid-Michigan zone. Battling Anderson there. The puck lifted back into the neutral zone. Flynn puts it right to the blue line, but that backhanded ahead by Huffman. Now pulling it, coming in onto the near circle. Flynn with it. Flynn with the shot, but that knocked down by Huffman. The puck outside the near circle, grabbed by Mid-Michigan. Trying to bring it ahead is Russell. Held in, good job from the near point by Olivia Andronopoulos. There's a shot by Flynn and a save by Ware. That puck onto the far circle. Backhanded all the way down the ice. That will go into the far corner. That should be icing and head back into the Mid-Michigan zone. 7:10 left to go. Here in the third, 1-0 Mid-Michigan with the lead. It was a goal at 8:46. That goal by Christensen is the lone goal of the game so far. Face-off in the far face-off circle as we are over halfway through the third period. Olivia Andronopoulos in to take the face-off. Lawton on the other side. Puck fired and brought ahead as coming in. Here comes Christensen into the zone on the far circle. That shot steered into the far corner. Olivia Andronopoulos trying to pull it off of the boards outside the far circle. Still battling there. Still trying to poke it away as a trio trying to get that puck. Now a quartet trying to pull it off the boards. Coming away with it. Mid-Michigan puts it into the slot. That slips back and along the near boards of the neutral zone. Racing back to get it. Flynn trying to have it. Poked away from her. Battle between Flynn and Lux. Now that puck comes in along the end boards. In pulled back behind there. Glombeski has it. Glombeski banks it off the far boards. Christensen gets it back into the neutral zone. Alexis Young has it just at center ice. Trying to knock it off the near boards. Alexis Young battling. That brought in and brought back out there by Lenahan. That puck right back behind the Pioneer goal. Trying to fire it out in front. Loose and covered up by Grand. 6:08 left to go. Here in the third, 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead over Pioneer. Face-off. In the near face-off circle, saved by, or in the far face-off circle, saved by Grant. They'll drop it again. In the far face-off circle, Kaiser in to take the face-off. Edwards on the other side. The puck into the far corner. Edwards takes it back behind the goal. Puck into the near corner. That swung around. Zoe Andrianopoulos trying to knock it out of the way. Graham puts it right back behind. Alexis Young puts it into the far corner. Back to the far point. That ricocheted out underneath the far circle. Puck back there trying to pull that away. Zoe Andrianopoulos, nice job to get it out of the zone. Bouncing puck down the far boards. Here comes Zoe Andrianopoulos. She's trying to sweep it deep. It comes into the far corner. 5:30 left to go. Zoe Andrianopoulos goes off for a line change. The puck on the far circle, tipped back in along the end boards by Washakevich. And we'll come all the way back. Evie Portinga has it in along the end boards in her own zone, back behind her own goal, underneath the far circle. Evie Portinga coming down the far boards. That tipped away from her. Now trying to knock it away back there was Stella Young. Puck goes right back behind into the near corner. Grab there, mid-Michigan shot. As that deflects, it comes back out into center ice as it slips back into the mid-Michigan end. Grabbed there by Washakevich. Fires it down, and that will be icing. 4:49 left to go here in the third. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Olivia Andrianopoulos in to take the face-off versus Lawton. That puck outside the near circle. He'd been trying to get to it. That pulled right back behind by Lux. Lux in the near corner. Lux trying to fire it ahead. That held in. Good job trying to fire it deep by Olivia Andrianopoulos. She chases it back behind the goal from the near side to the far side. Centering attempt got knocked away as Lux did an excellent defensive job. Backhanded shot by Shikachi. Saved by Warren. That puck knocks in along the boards outside the far circle. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to get to it. That fired all the way down the ice. Picked up in the neutral zone. Put in along the boards. Chipped ahead to Shikachi. Shikachi gets it into the mid-Michigan zone. That grab. Lux fires it right back into the neutral zone. Racing ahead. Firing it down. Mid-Michigan puts it into the near corner. Heben with it there. Heben gets it to the point. That slips back into the neutral zone. Here comes Pioneer. As Shikachi with it, but a whistle and penalty upcoming. Olivia Andrianopoulos goes into the box. 3:54 left to go here in the third. 1-0 Mid-Michigan with the lead. Pioneer will be short-handed depending on what happens here for over half of the remaining time. Pioneer would love to get a shorthanded goal here. Mid-Michigan would like to get a little bit of breathing room. So timeout called as both teams will talk things over. Again, Pioneer women's hockey team is off next week. Two broadcasts we will have next week. Is we will have the Pioneer men's hockey team 7:30 on Monday night versus Riverview Cabrini. And then on Wednesday, it will be a 7:30 game at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube, and that will be versus Saline. Those are our two broadcasts next week. Other than that, hopefully you and your family have an amazing Thanksgiving, and hopefully you get some good time off and get to spend it with family. Timeout here is everyone getting things set for the remaining 3 minutes and 54 seconds. There's the whistle. The players will come back out onto the ice. Face-off in the Pioneer zone. That is going to be in the near face-off circle to Grand's right. 1-goal game, 1-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. Face-off to Grand's right. Is trying to pull that away. Shikachi in to take the face off. The puck loose on the far circle. Now coming in. Lux fires it outside the far circle into the far corner. Shikachi trying to move that away. And lifted all the way down the ice by Jof. That'll be in along the near boards. 1 minute 40 seconds left in the Mid-Michigan power play. 3:30 left to go in the third. Puck grabbed by Heben. Heben trying to keep it in. That brought down. Huffman has it through the neutral zone. Huffman comes in. Huffman in the slot. Shot. Good save by Grand. That comes back to the near point. On the far point, Christensen trying to take a shot. That loose on the far circle. Another shot. That saved by Grand. Puck comes back behind. Here comes Flynn. Flynn trying to get it out of the zone. Lux has it in the neutral zone. 1 minute, 7 seconds left to go in the power play. Neubauer chasing it. That goes right back behind. Jof has it in the near corner. Jof trying to bring it ahead. Held in at the near point by Huffman. Right through the slot. The puck on the far circle. Trying to chip it. As Kaiser has it. There was a couple of players got tangled up outside the far circle. Here comes Shikachi. Shikachi down the near boards. That goes into the Mid-Michigan zone. 40 seconds left to go in the Mid-Michigan power play. Now with Kaiser down the far circle. That shot went right back behind the goal. E.V. Portinga puts it outside the far circle. Heben into the far corner. E.V. Portinga back behind Grand. From the near side to the far side. E.V. Portinga. That fired and ricocheted onto the far circle through the shot. And I don't think Grand saw it coming, and it put in as it just slipped back behind, and Mid-Michigan gets a power play goal. As that looks like it's Glombeski who got the goal at 2:10. Make it hard now for Pioneer trying to get, that is 2 goals, not 3, trying to get a big comeback here. 2 minutes, 10 seconds, 2-0. Mid-Michigan with the lead. Kaiser with the face-off. Puck outside the far circle. Dead tip back into the neutral zone. Grab there, bringing it ahead. Glombeski. Puck at the far point. Now Edwards chips it back into the neutral zone. 1:53 left to go. Puck in along the end boards as Zoe Andrianopoulos gets it back into the neutral zone, bringing it ahead. Here comes Pioneer as that's fired by Edwards into the near corner, rims around into the far corner. As trying to pull that away, there is Flynn. Flynn. That comes outside the far circle. Russell feeds it all the way down the ice. That'll be icing with 1 minute 47 seconds left to go. 2-0, Mid-Michigan with the lead. Pioneer would love to just get a goal here and then see what happens. And Mid-Michigan breathing a little bit easier with the insurance goal. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Eben in to take the face-off. Lawton on the other side. That puck loose. Back all the way back as Jof trying to knock it down. The puck at the blue line brought back in by Flynn. By Heben. That comes all the way down into the far corner. Racing back. Cundiff trying to pull that away. In along the end boards of the Pioneer zone. Bouncing puck in the slot. That shot loose. Another shot. Saved by Grand as the puck outside of the near circle. 58 seconds left to go. The puck in along the near board. Shikachi trying to go back to get it. Shikachi at the far point in their own zone. Trying to chip it out into the neutral zone. That slips back. Mid-Michigan will have to retouch. Pull back over Anthony with it. That coming back into the near corner. 42 seconds left to go. Shikachi trying to get it outside the near circle. Trying to pull it away. He's been there trying to pull it off of the far boards as well. 30 seconds left to go. Still digging. Mid-Michigan with the 2-0 lead. Now puck pulls away back to the Far point trying to hold it in. That slips back into the neutral zone. Pioneer will have to touch up. 17 seconds left to go. Mid-Michigan gains the zone as Lenahan brings it in. That's a shot sticked away by Grand. 10 seconds left to go. That slips back into the neutral zone. 6 seconds left to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that will do it. Mid-Michigan wins the game by a score of 2-0. Pioneer drops their first game of the season. They are 3-1 on the season. And they will have a bit of a break, and they will be back in action after Thanksgiving. So from the Bay City Civic Arena, this has been Arbor Broadcasting. You've been watching Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey. I want to thank Chris Andrianopoulos for his fantastic work on the camera. My name is Mark Wiseman. We will return with Pioneer Men's Hockey tomorrow night. Thank you, and have a great night.